Yeah, incredibly proud of everyone. An inspired week, inspired performances, a team first performance, every individual giving everything they got on Wednesday, everyone giving everything they got tonight. And yeah, the result is really special. But the performance, this team tonight, dominating the game, controlling the game in the opponent's half for most of the game, controlling the tempo, controlling the key moments. Yeah, it's special for it hasn't been done. An NWSL team hasn't done that to a European giant. So the first time in 9 years we've been able to do that, and I think that performance is as or maybe more important than the result.
Thank you for that. We'll go ahead with questions. Caitlin, go ahead.
Hi, Mark. Congratulations. That was a big return for Morgan Weaver from injury. Can you talk about the work she's been doing to get back and what it was like seeing her score that goal?
Yeah, it was really upsetting to lose her and how we lost her. And she's been so positive, so happy throughout this tough process. Credit to the performance staff, the medical staff. They've been relentless. And when you have someone like Weaver whose positivity and energy is contagious, it makes it easier. She stayed focused. She stayed determined. She told multiple people she was coming, or told the medical performance team she was coming on and she was going to score tonight. I'm proud of her and the work that she's done, and yeah, icing on the cake on a special night for a lot of people. Also, Poe was playing incredible in the left nine. You know, she had a big job in being able to give us energy and get our pressing game into it. Sophie Smith was untouchable. The most dangerous individual on the pitch with Cascarino and Majri on the dribble. Those three were on another planet on the dribble tonight, and it was jackpot for the fans to be able to see this type of quality.
Caitlin, did you have a follow-up? Go ahead.
Can you remind me, what was her injury?
She got crunched, smashed, assaulted against Orlando near the end of the game and had an ankle sprain.
I remember that now. Thanks.
All right, thank you. Melina, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, Mark. Congrats on another title. I wanted to ask you about the fact that there has been a lot of talking about how WSL is the best league, or others say that the best players are in Europe. What do you think this result tells about this, and what is your biggest take on this title? Thank you.
I don't think. It frustrates me when if there's a good team in Europe or a bad team in Europe, we'll say that Europe is good or Europe is bad. Or if a team does great in the NWSL, does bad in the NWSL, the NWSL is good or bad. No, players are good. Teams are good. Clubs are good. I don't know. I'm not sure why we always attach it to the league. I think what this shows, especially result in Louisville as well, is that there is world-class players in Europe. There's world-class players in the NWSL. And there's world-class teams. I think Portland Thorns playing the way they did against Lyon, the club with the most trophies in world football, playing that way as an NWSL team, and dominating in possession and dominating in control is really important, because we're very quick to put a cliche and put a stamp on a whole league. The NWSL is the highest energy, the most demanding, the most competitive, and the most intense. There's no argument. But there's world-class teams and players everywhere, and there's really, really good leagues everywhere. Tonight, I'm really proud that our group, players who haven't played a lot of football, stood up against some of the world's best and dominated a game. It was incredible.
Thank you. We'll go ahead with Grant. Grant, go ahead.
Hey, Mark, congrats. I just hopped on from the mixed zone, so I was sorry if someone already asked this, but I was wondering if you could just talk about, Morgan has this really good run of form, then she gets injured, and now she comes back like this. I was wondering if you could touch on that, as well as her ability to kind of be in the right place at the right time in these big moments with the North Carolina goal in the Challenge Cup the year before, the penalty kick to win the Challenge Cup, and now this goal. I mean, she seems to have a knack for it.
She loves drama. She loves energy. She chases. I think the big moments because she's smart. So we say someone's in the right place at the right time. And my home country is to say about Gary Lineker. And I love when Gary Lineker used to explain that he hated that phrase because a lot of people would always move to where the space could be. He would move into where the ball was going to be. And as a result of his intelligence, his timing, he would always be there to put the ball in the back of the net. Weaver continues to improve her intelligence, her reading of the game, her movements, her runs. Yeah, finishing's always been great. But this relentless energy, this relentless intensity is fueling all of this development. And you saw it tonight, instant impact. And Sophie Smith was outstanding. Was the most dangerous attacker for us, and probably deserved a couple of penalties or maybe an assist or a goal. Morgan Weaver coming on and giving us that near the end was just what we needed. Couldn't be happier for her after the journey she's been on. There's a lot of great individual performances and none more important than what this team did together.
Great, thank you. Any other questions for Mark before we let him go? Grant, go ahead.
If I slide one more in, I was wondering if you could just talk about Angela Salem again. I mean, she seemed like she was absolutely everywhere today. I want your thoughts on that.
Marjorie, Amandine Henry, Van der Donk, and Salem was the most dominant midfielder on the pitch. And guys, she's been doing this for months. She impacts every part of the game. In possession, what she was doing in the first half to get us around their number 9 and on the weak side. Defensively, I think everyone kicked her, included the referee in the second half had kicked her as well. She's just covered so much ground. Look what she did, how she got hurt, tracking, covering someone else and putting as much pressure on the ball. She's been our glue with quality on the ball. She's been our glue with her brain. She's been our glue with her defensive work, and she's a critical piece to our team.
We'll go back to Caitlin. Caitlin, go ahead.
Mark, I just want to ask you about the rotation. You made a few changes from the previous game. I'm just curious how much of that is the schedule congestion you have and how much of it was, matching up against Lyon?
It was all about just managing player loads. We want to win every session. We want to win every game. But yeah, we got a group of players that have really been pushing really hard for a couple of months. We've got players returning after a nice and well-earned deserved break. We didn't play any of them on Wednesday, had a couple of sessions, and to get 30 to 45 minutes tonight was a good progression. Hopefully they're in a good place to build, but yeah, we learned some good lessons from before, and this is a marathon, and we've got to be smart here. And the most important thing is that every player's been preparing, every player's been training well, and we needed everyone. We needed everyone in this tournament. And holy hell, did they deliver, over-delivered in an incredible way, and couldn't be prouder.